Thank you. Further discussion? I recognize Senator Bruce Starr, who will close on House Bill 2001.
Thank you, Mr. President. Out of inordinate amount of caution, Mr. President, I'd like to declare a potential conflict of interest.
Please state your conflict of interest, Senator Starr.
My wife works for an engineering firm that potentially could benefit from the passage of this bill.
Your potential conflict of interest has been placed in the record regarding House Bill 2001. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. Colleagues, I appreciate the debate on this bill. This bill is an important bill. This bill is about jobs. It's about jobs now. And it's about jobs in the future. Colleagues, we pass this bill, the governor signs it into law. This bill will create an economic foundation from which our state will recover, create that foundation for a strong economy. This bill will create long-term value. There's long-term value in these investments. We're not talking about short-term. We're talking about long-term value. You've got a number of projects listed in this bill. Those are long-term investments that are going to serve Oregonians for decades, Mr. President. It's about putting Oregonians to work. You look back at what this legislature has done in previous legislative sessions in OTIA 1, 2, and 3. OTIA 3 is just wrapping up. You know, the biggest construction seasons is just wrapping up, and so we're following in line with another significant, as the senator from Mount Hood talked about, the most significant transportation funding package ever in Oregon history, to allow for those jobs to continue. This is a balanced package, Mr. President. It invests in needed highway projects. It invests in projects in every corner of the state of Oregon. It treats our transportation system as the system that it is, Mr. President. It's a system of state highways and freeways. It's a system of county roads and city streets. All levels of government will benefit from this particular package. 50, 30, 20. 50% of the money will stay with the state. 30% of the money will go to the counties, and 20% of the money will go to cities. 50, 30, 20. Every city in the state of Oregon will benefit. Every county in the state of Oregon will benefit. There will be dollars spent in each one of our communities. It's multimodal. Connect Oregon is part of this package. You've heard about that already. There's more dollars in this package for transit, for senior and disabled services, for bikes and pedestrians. There's more dollars in this package for those as well. Mr. President, this is forward-looking. This package looks to the future of the state of Oregon. The congestion pricing pilot that is in this package, specifically in the Portland metropolitan area, is all about the future. It's about funding transportation for the long term, creating innovative and new ways to invest in and solve transportation problems. The asset management pilot. This is important. This is utilizing the private sector to manage the maintenance of our highway system. It's a pilot project, but it's a step in the right direction. Practical design, again, another step in the right direction about building roads that meet the specific need of the specific infrastructure, not a one-size-fits-all standard for every state highway throughout Oregon. Accountability, Mr. President. This bill has significant measures of accountability. One of the biggest, most important, again, that our research told us is important not only to us as legislators but to the public, is that they know where their transportation dollars will be spent. This package contemplates a very thorough and detailed and transparent website, Mr. President. Oregonians will be able to look and see not only where their state dollars are going to be spent, but the dollars that we're asking cities and counties to spend as well. Details about when those projects will be built, how much they're going to cost, who's the contractor that's responsible for those projects. Important information for the public. Mr. President, a lot has been made recently about the project list in this bill. And that is important. Obviously, we're cutting new ground. Why are the projects listed in this bill? Why are we cutting this new ground in this particular bill? It's simple, Mr. President. It's a lack of trust. As the senator from Mount Hood mentioned, the public just doesn't believe that they're going to get the dollars for the projects that they believe need to be spent. This is a direct response to that. We as legislators and the public want to ensure that certain projects get built. and this is how we ensure they get done. Those projects include the state money that you see in the bill. They also, for a significant number of projects, there's going to be local dollars that will help to fund those projects. There's also going to be federal funds that assist to complement the dollars that are in this bill to build those projects. These projects will open up many areas of our state for long-term job creation, opening up industrial areas that currently can't be built because of our transportation planning rule. Mr. President, this is a good package. It's important, but it didn't get here by accident. There was a significant number of individuals that played important roles in bringing this bill to the Senate floor today. Mr. President, I'd like to recognize just a short list of individuals, specifically legislative staff. I couldn't be here without Heidi Altmeyer in Legislative Council, Malik Mazin down in the Legislative Revenue Office, our own legislative staff, Mr. Stimbridge and Mr. Brennan, played important roles in bringing this bill to us here today. Mr. President, in addition to that, legislators toiled long and hard. It's not by accident that you have a bill that's as thorough and as broad-reaching as this bill is on the Senate floor today. And I'd like to recognize, Mr. President, your own leadership in helping to bring this to the Senate floor, the senator from Mount Hood, the senator from Scappoose, and we had House members as well that played important roles in this. But without the legislative leadership of the members on this floor, we wouldn't be here today. In addition to that, Mr. President, there's significant stakeholder support, that without that support and ongoing work, not only with legislators inside this building, but with their own membership outside the building, nearly universal support among the business community, the State Chambers of Commerce Association, organization, AOI, OBA, AGC, as it has already been mentioned, the Oregon Trucking Associations and AAA. Both are in strong support of this package, Mr. President. Mr. President, this bill is neither liberal nor conservative. It's neither urban nor rural. It's not Democrat, it's not Republican. It's all of those things, Mr. President. It's the Oregon legislature responding to the real needs of our state. Colleagues, I ask that you join me as we work to rebuild Oregon. I ask that you vote yes on House Bill 2001. It's a vote that doesn't grow government. It provides jobs for Oregonians and creates economic foundation for the long-term prosperity of our state. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.